We're the biggest band in the world, mate. I don't care. No one's better. My Liam accent. They break up 15 years ago. Oasis just became bigger, louder, larger, legendary. That's what happens when you believe in yourself, write songs that shake the world, and speak it into existence. I'm Harley, and these are the top 5 reasons why I think Oasis is so massive right now. Oh, and hashtag Oasiscore. Ever heard of it? Stick around. You're about to. I saw them at a club in Connecticut years and years ago. Actually, that night I was feeling sick, and it was funny because they were playing a club, but Wonderwall had just come out. I got really sick and I wanted to get out. And so I pushed somebody by accident. I realized the bouncer saw me and he used me like a battering ram to go through the crowd and toss me out. But that's all I wanted anyway, was to get out. So it worked out for me. All right. Number 5, Wonderwall Refuses to Die. This song has been around, well, since it came out 25 years ago. Wonderwall might be the closest thing rock has to a modern folk song. It is everywhere. It's been covered in bars, dorm rooms, open mics, bus stops for nearly 30 years, and somehow it's still growing. It's currently getting 38.5 million spins every month on Spotify. That's more than an entire new rock band gets in a whole year. And what's wild is how simple it is. It even repeats the first verse as the second. Not technical, not overproduced, just pure melody, emotion, and charm. My daughter's 13. She learned it on a guitar and she knows every word. A track from 1995 that has aged like a fine wine that just keeps getting better with age. It's not just a hit anymore. It's a part of like the cultural fabric. It's an amazing song. Number 4, it's got the authentic appeal. A new generation that's been raised on pop stars that are contrived and pushed on, social media to them with perfectly choreographed dance and everything. Then they somehow, maybe from their parents, hear about Oasis, and this raw, unfiltered energy is refreshing to them. Loud, sloppy, honest, unfiltered. The Gallagher brothers weren't chasing perfection. They were chasing a feeling, a sound. They walked on stage like they owned the world. They fought in public and they laughed through interviews. I remember whenever I would see Liam on the cover of a magazine, I'd buy it, because I knew it was going to be funny as hell. They didn't care who was watching or what anybody thought of them. And that's exactly why the younger fans love them. In a world where you have to like tiptoe about what you say, they say whatever the hell they want. In a time when like people have to be very afraid, Oasis doesn't give a crap. And they acted like they were the kings of rock and roll. And lo and behold, they are. And that kind of authentic, distinct, abrasive energy feels like a shock to the system. It feels alive. It feels dangerous. It feels like rock and roll. Number 3, full-on resurgence, which started as scattered fan edits and old clips, has become something massive, a cultural reset. Vintage Oasis t-shirts are back on the streets. Their swagger is bleeding into new indie bands. Crowds of like 20-something mixed with 50-somethings are screaming every word. 80,000 people. Songs that came out decades before these kids were born, and somehow, without releasing a new album or even like being a band or reuniting, Oasis are packing stadiums, dominating streaming charts, shaping a whole new generation. They've become mythic again. Number 2, Oasiscore is real. Oasiscore is so crazy that it's unreal. Kids are using this as a fashion hashtag, if you could believe it. A full-on trend built around 90s classic Oasis look. Bucket hats, parkas, Adidas sneakers, baggy jeans. That classic Britpop swagger is suddenly everywhere. And what blows my mind is I lived it the first time around. And back then, here in the States, it wasn't even mainstream at all. It was more like underground cool, like a secret language that only a few of us spoke. So to see it come back now and exploding, it honestly makes me smile. It's like the world finally caught on to something we always knew was cool. And what's wild is how the fashion is pulling people back into the music. They like find Oasis for the look or the fashion or whatever, and then they fall down the Oasis rabbit hole. And suddenly they're not just dressing the part, they're like at the concerts, at the stadiums, singing along. They're blasting Definitely Maybe on vinyl, quoting Liam Gallagher interviews, and posting grainy concert clips like they just happened last night. The style is the spark, but the music is the fuel. And number 1 reason why they are huge, I believe, is they spoke it into existence. To understand this, you have to go back to when they first started, when they were like just coming out. We're the biggest band in the world. No one is better. People dismissed it as arrogance. Whenever I would say to somebody, I really like Oasis, they'd say, yeah, but they're so arrogant. And lo and behold, they truly are the biggest band in the world now. And this comes back to something that I deeply believe in. If you believe in yourself, law of attraction, manifestation, speaking things into existence is real. It's not just Oasis, Conor McGregor, John Jones, Jay-Z, Drake. All these guys have said this stuff in the past. Like John Jones used to say, I signed my name champion of the world way before he was. And lo and behold, he was. Drake, he was looking over pools that he said, when I get famous or when I have a lot of money and I make it, I'm going to have a really big pool. So he put this one gigantic, amazing pool as his screensaver and said, I want a pool like that one day. So then he's shopping for houses years later after he blows up. And this woman takes him to this house, and it wasn't a pool like that. It was that pool, that exact pool that he put on his computer. So this stuff is real. So that takes me back to when Liam Gallagher was saying, we're the best band in the world, we're the biggest, and truly believed it. That just projected things to come. And it happened slowly in its own time, but now it's like a train that no one can stop. It's not arrogance if you believe in yourself and having the courage to say it out loud. I know a lot of you are thinking the same thing, like, why are they so huge right now? Let me know your theory in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I'm Harley. If you like this video, please subscribe. I'll be making many more just like this so we can chat about it. Cheers.